Hello everyone, today we're going to do section number 4 of our rectangle blanket. Now there was a little bit to do about a stitch count issue that I had from section number 3. I'm going to explain all of that to you now so you can check yours and then rectify it if you need to before you move on to section number 4, because we really need it to be, if not exact, very close to anyway, so it doesn't blow out as time goes by. Now there is one little thing I want to tell you that might have been a bit confusing in the video. If your stitch count is just right, when you're doing this cluster round, you do need to skip 5 stitches and work into the 6th. For the start of my short side, I have only skipped 4 and worked into the 5th, but just at the start and just at the end. The rest of them, I skipped 5 and worked into the 6th. Same thing happened with my long side. At the start of the side, I skipped 6 and worked into the 7th at the front end and the back end. But all the rest of these were skipped 5 stitches, work into the 6th. I just wanted to make that really clear for you in case you don't understand what I mean further along in the video. All right, I'll leave that here and you can get underway for section number 4. Yesterday I did a video in which I frogged the whole of segment number 4 because I'd found quite a large stitch count discrepancy. Now after frogging and counting all my rows, I found that the stitch count discrepancy was found in this single crochet round, which is done at the end of all these clusters. It was only a 2 stitch discrepancy, so I feel that I've put an extra single crochet in this corner and this corner. Now after doing the 3 rounds for the framing, it had already escalated to 5 stitch difference, and then by the time I had gone from the framing to the end of segment number 4, the discrepancy was then 11 stitches. So I really needed to get to the bottom of this. So before any of you move on to segment number 4, please go back and count up your stitches around the edge of the framing. Then you'll know whether you need to give the stitch count some attention or not. So if you haven't seen my video from yesterday, which is all about rectifying an incorrect stitch count, go back and have a look at that and see if it's something that you need to do. It really is as simple as adding a few extra stitches in both corners. Okay, we only had to do that for 2 rounds and our stitch count was then correct. So we can move on knowing everything's a-okay. But another important thing is to make sure that you have the same amount of clusters in this final cluster round on each side. Okay, so that the 2 short sides are the same and the 2 long sides are the same. Then if your clusters are the same, it's most likely this single crochet round that has caused a problem. If it has, you can rectify it quickly before moving on to segment number 4, and then it becomes a major issue. So because of that, and because I have redone these 3 rows while showing you how to rectify the stitch count, I just need to use a little dummy square today, just for the first 3 rounds. The first round is going to be a simple half double crochet all the way around. If you are altering your stitch count, go back to the previous video and work along with that one. With a slip knot on your hook, for round number 1 of part number 4, we're just doing a normal half double crochet into any of the chain 1 corner spaces. So yarn over, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Cinch that little slip knot in. Chain 1 and another half double crochet. This time we're just going to do half double crochets into the top of the stitch below. No back loops, no back or front posts, just plain half double crochets. Now we're coming up to the first corner. We're going to pop a half double crochet in there, chain 1 and another half double crochet. So you're turning the corner and then you're just going to work into the next available stitch below. When you get to the end of this round, you can either finish off with an invisible finish if you're going to change colours like I am, or you slip a stitch into the top of that first half double crochet that you made. Pull a loop through and pull it through the one on your hook. That's a slip stitch. Pop your hook into the corner. You can either pull a loop up and do chain 3 as the next stitch, or you can make this a stacked single crochet. Pulling up your loop, yarn over, pull through 2, that's a single crochet. Pop your hook through the center of that single crochet and downwards, pull up another loop, yarn over, pull through 2, that's a stacked single crochet, which counts as a stitch. But I am going to simply darn my yarn ends in and change colours. Round number 2 on part number 4 is a half double crochet into the back loop of the half double crochet below. Now, not only do you work into the back loop, but I will show you how you work into the third loop as well. It's a much better way of doing things. If you are adjusting your stitch count in round number 2, keep going with the video that came out previously to this one, because you'll be adding an extra stitch into the corner. Okay, round 2 of part number 4 is a simple half double crochet into the corner space. Yarn over, pop in your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 stitches. Tighten up that little slip knot, chain 1 and another half double crochet into that corner space. Now we're going to work into the back loop and the third loop. We're going to yarn over, pop your hook down under that back loop and pick up that third loop as well. Yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through all 3. I'm going to take you to my original video where I show you all about the back loop and the third loop. So hook in, catching that back loop, and then also catching that third loop at the back. Okay, so hook in, that's the back loop, and there's the third loop. It's kind of just sitting there waiting for you. It is this line of loops here. Okay, so our back loop on the top is there and our third loop is just here. So you come in behind the back and you slip straight under the third, just like that. So we're doing back loop only, which is a misnomer because we're not doing back loop only. We're doing back loop and third loop. Here we are at a corner one more time. We're doing half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet. Back to our back loop, half double crochets. At the end of this second round, you can either snip your yarn off and do an invisible finish, or you can do the slip stitch into the corner and use the same colour again. Round number 3 is going to be single crochet into the back loop of the half double crochet below. And in this round, we're going to do 2 single crochet, chain 1, 2 single crochet in each corner. With a slip knot on your hook, finding any corner, pop your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops, tighten up that little slip knot. That's one single crochet. Now we're going to do a second single crochet in that chain space. Chain one for the corner. Now we're going to do 2 more single crochets. So you've got 4 single crochets in the corner space this time. Now we're going to work a single crochet down and under the back loop and pick up that third loop at the same time. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Nice and easy. Hook in, picking up 2 stitches, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Hook in, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. Working under that back loop of the half double crochet, if you've tilted it forward ever so slightly, you'll find that your hook will go straight under the back loop and the third loop at the same time. Onto our second corner, we're going to do 2 single crochet, chain 1 and 2 single crochet. There we go. Now we've finished the third row of part number 4, and we are going to snip off our yarn and do an invisible finish, because our next round is something completely different. The gorgeous part of segment number 4 is going to have a cluster, 4 clusters actually in the corner. Then we now need to do some more counting. We need to make sure that we get the right amount of clusters on each side of the blanket. So, taking into account, we've got 1 in the corner. Then we need to skip 5 stitches and do another cluster bunch in the 6th. So let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 2 extra stitches, so what I'm going to do is do my normal corner, but I'm going to skip 6 stitches and crochet in the 7th. That evens the 2 little stitch discrepancy out. Now I'll check out the sides. The smaller sides are opposite, so what I'm going to do here is skip 4 and work into the 5th on both ends of the short rows. Now let's get underway. I'm going to convert now to the video that I did a few days ago showing you how to do this segment of our blanket before I realized I had a stitch count issue. So that aside, now all we have to do is make sure we do the same amount of clusters on each side. The 2 long sides the same, the 2 short sides the same. I just want to give you a little tip about doing treble crochets. All right, so it's yarn over twice, popping our hook in, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull that little slip knot in. Now that one's a really good treble. The next one may not be so because we were able to use the slip knot on the first one. So yarn over twice, pop your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Of course, this isn't showing what can often happen. And what often happens is you get a big loop here and it just looks quite unsightly. So the way to get around that is to keep your stitches close to each other. So yarning over twice, keeping the stitches close as you pop your hook in, pull up your loop, keeping your stitches close again, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. See, that one's just getting a little bit bigger. I'll go again. So tighten up your stitches, yarn over twice, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So for all accounts and purposes, They're pretty neat trebles. I'm going to try and do a messy one. So yeah, okay, so if you're not keeping a firm grip on your trebles, they can get away on you. All right, so they are of course bigger, and you'll find these loops get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you wonder, how do I rectify my trebles? I'll do one more loose one, in, pull that up, through. Okay, so if you don't keep your tension on the throttle, it's going to get loose and gappy. All right, so just be aware of the need to keep tension on these trebles to make them look really nice. Now I'm going to show you how to make a 2 together treble cluster. Okay, so it's 2 trebles in the cluster. Yarn over twice, pop your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then hold your stitches like we did with the half double crochet. Yarn over twice, pop your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and hold your stitches. Then we yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so that's a treble 2 together cluster. Let's chain 1. This time we're going to do a treble 3 together. So we yarn over twice, pop our hook through the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we hold our stitches. Again, yarn over twice, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and hold your stitches. Yarn over twice, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and hold your stitches. Now you've got 4 stitches on your hook. You need to yarn over and pull through all those stitches. Yarn over for a chain to close that cluster. Okay, I hope you're feeling all right with that. In each corner, we're going to do 4 clusters of 2 trebles with some chains in between. Slip knot on your hook. Yarn over twice. Pop your hook into the chain 1 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, hold the 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over twice, pop your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You've got 3 loops on your hook because this is your starting cluster. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Tighten up that little slip knot. Yarn over, chain 1. Now we're going to do another cluster of 2 trebles. Yarn over twice, pop your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and hold those stitches. Yarn over twice on your hook, pop your hook in the chain space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, chain 1. Now we're going to chain another one for the corner space. Yarn over twice on your hook, pop your hook through the corner, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and hold. Yarn over twice, pop your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, chain 1. Now we'll do 1 more cluster. Yarn over twice, pop your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and hold. Yarn over twice, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, chain 1. Now we're going to skip 5 stitches. So we're going to include our single crochet that's hidden here under our corner works. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to work into the 6th. This time we're going to do 2 clusters, but they're going to have 3 trebles in them. So yarn over twice, pop your hook into that 6th stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 and hold. Yarn over twice, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 and hold those 3 stitches. Yarn over twice, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you'll have 4 stitches on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all those loops. Now we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we're doing another cluster exactly the same as this one in this same space. Yarn over twice, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 and hold. Yarn over twice, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over 2, pull through 2 and hold. Yarn over, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and you've got 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all those loops. Chain 1. There you can see what's starting to develop. Stitches. Let's have a little look what's going on here. This is ever so elegant. This blanket certainly isn't what I thought we were going to make. It's just becoming a work of beauty right in front of our eyes. All right, we need to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and work into the 6th. Head off now, finish up this round. At the end of round 3, I have finished off that last cluster with a chain. Now we're going to complete this round by joining the last yarn end to the first. All right, we're going to go under, not the little slip knot, but the little V on the left of that. Pulling your work together, making another little V. Now taking your needle down through the chain that you just made, firming that up, and we have an invisible finish. Now to darn yarn ends in. If you have made your blanket the same size as mine, to count up and make sure that you've got 14 of them on the long side, so not including the corner. 14 of these ones, and then on the short side 10. Okay, and make sure that you've got the same amount on each side. 14 on both the long sides, 10 on both the short sides. Let me talk you through round number 5 first. We're going to do some single crochets in the corner. We're going to front post single crochet around all of the clusters as we go. Okay, so we'll do a front post single crochet here, like so. Then we're going to single crochet normally. Then front post single crochet. Then single crochet normally. Front post single crochet. Then 4 single crochets along that little stretch of chain. Then we'll front post single crochet. And this is how it's going to look. Starting in the chain 2 corner space, we're going to do a single crochet, tighten up that little slip knot, another single crochet, chain 1, 2 more single crochets. Now we're going to wrap our hook from the front around the back of the cluster and up to the front again, where we pop a loop on our hook, pulling it up, yarn over and pull through both of those stitches. Okay, so that's your front post single crochet. we're going to do a single crochet there. Now hook goes down around the back up to the front again, pop a loop on your hook, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches for a front post single crochet. Now a single crochet. Next up is a front post single crochet. Now we're going to do 4 single crochets along this little length, and 4. Now we're going to do front post single crochet around the cluster. Just a single crochet, a front post single crochet, 4 more single crochets along this little run, 2, 3 and 4. Now we're going to do a front post single crochet in the center there, front post single crochet, 4 single crochets, 3 and 4, front post single crochet and single crochet, and that is your repeat. I've just done the last cluster. Now we're going to do 1 normal single crochet going around the first cluster on the corner, 1 normal single crochet, front post single crochet on the second cluster, doing 2 single crochets in the corner, chain 1, turning your work, 2 more single crochets. Now we're going to do our front post single crochet around the cluster, a normal single crochet in between, front post single crochet around the cluster, 1 normal single crochet. That's what you're going to do around the whole blanket. At the end of round number 5, I'm snipping off my yarn, pulling that loop through and finishing off with an invisible finish because I am changing colours. If you're not changing colours, you'll just slip stitch your way across the 2 single crochets and into the corner chain 1 space. Round number 6 is going to be back loop, half double crochet into the top of these single crochets. Now you wouldn't think there'd be a 3rd loop to find in the back of this one, but there really is. Can you see this little stitch here? Again, it's a horizontal one. It's just not as obvious as it is on the half double crochet. So you go under the back loop and you pick up that tiny little stitch down below as well. So you're working back loop and 3rd loop, because again, if you did back loop on its own, it is going to stretch out so far. So you go in for back loop and work your way under the 3rd loop. Yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 stitches. And that's your back loop half double crochet. There's hubby in the kitchen again. All right, let's go to a corner and make a start. Slip knot on your hook, yarning over, popping your hook in the chain 1 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 stitches, tighten that little slip knot, chain 1 and do another half double crochet in that corner chain 1 space. Now we are going to use this little hidden stitch. It's tending to be hidden underneath the half double crochet, but we're going to pull that aside and utilize her. Yarning over, popping your hook in and down, you get the back loop and the 3rd loop. Pulling up, yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, pop your hook in, picking up both stitches, pulling up, yarn over, pull through all 3. We are going to go around the whole blanket and do back loop half double crochet into every stitch And in the corner, we're just doing 1 half double crochet, chain 1 and 1 half double crochet. Okay, nice and sturdy, no loose stitches. That round really took some doing, all right, didn't it? But it looks good though. It looks really nice. I'm snipping off to change colours. You can slip stitch if that's what you're going to do to continue the same colour. Doing an invisible finish under the little V of the half double crochet, the first one we made. I'm starting here with a different corner, slip knot on my hook, yarning over, doing half double crochet, tightening up that little slip knot, a second half double crochet, chain 1, 2 more half double crochets. Now we're going to do back loop half double crochet again. This one will be a whole lot easier than it was doing it into the single crochets. Yarn over into the back loop and under the third loop. Look at that go. That is so much easier. We'll whiz through this one in no time. All right, so in each corner, this time do 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. There we go. I'm just finishing off round number 7 with an invisible finish because I'm changing colours as I start these framing rounds, and then section number 4 will be complete. Using the same colours as I did for this last framing section, I'm going to change my starting corner. With a slip knot on my hook, we're going to pop a half double crochet in the corner space, tighten that slip knot, chain 1 and another half double crochet. Now we're going to get into those back post half double crochets. Yarn around your hook, pop your hook from the back to the front and to the back again. Pick up a loop and pull through. Yarn over, pull through all stitches. Yarn over, popping your hook up from the back, across the front and down through to the back again. Pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the stitches. Alright, so we're back again onto our back post half double crochets. Each corner, just like the first one, we'll do 1 half double crochet, chain 1, 1 half double crochet. I'll meet you back here at the end. That's framing round number 1 done. We will finish off with an invisible finish to change colours. If not, you will continue on to slip stitch into the top of the first half double crochet and then make your way to the corner to start there. I'm starting in a new corner for round number 2, slip knot on my hook, yarn over, doing a half double crochet in that corner space, tightening up that slip knot, chaining 1, another half double crochet, yarn over, now getting underway with the back post half double crochets. I'm finishing framing round number 2 off with an invisible finish. With a slip knot on my hook, I'm yarning over, starting in a different corner with a half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, tightening up that slip knot, yarn over, getting underway with our back post half double crochets. And now I'm really excited for what's to come in the next segment. So let's see what I can come up with, you guys. In the meantime, I'd best finish this off. I have finished off framing round number 3 with an invisible finish, done my yarn ends in, and now my blanket is all ready to go for section number 5. If you've made it this far, you have done so well. We were up against it a little bit with this stitch count issue, but worked our way around it, and now we can happily move on. I will see you all again in the next video. Bye for now.